After D.C.'s primary election and the votes, well, they're still being counted in one of the most hotly contested council races. The latest numbers from the Board of Elections show Wendell Felder has a slight lead over his two closest rivals, but just a few hundred votes separate the top three candidates.
So that's why one Ward 7 voter concerned that his ballot may not have been counted raised some alarm. Delia Gonsalves is live inside the Board of Election warehouse where workers are counting those mail-in ballots that could call this election. And Delia, we understand this voter arrived at the drop box, but it was locked early.
That's right. It was locked 15 minutes early, and so that is why he reached out to us for answers, and we came directly to the source to get those answers for this voter and reassurance for so many others who arrived to this drop box in Southeast in Ward 7 to find that it was locked 15 minutes early. Here at the Board of Elections warehouse, we have workers who are sifting through and counting 6,000 ballots that they received from those drop boxes. And I can confirm from the executive director that this gentleman's ballot and those that are in question will be counted, and they have indeed been processed here at the Board of Elections. But to really let you know how this all kind of went down yesterday, let's take a look at his cell phone video. This gentleman's name, Darrell Pugh, he pulled out his cell phone when he arrived to the drop box in the Penn Branch Shopping Center in Southeast to find that it was locked at 7:45 last night. He was dropping off 3 ballots. Another 2 voters showed up with their ballot. Well, it turns out, we're told, it was the election worker's first time in this particular role, and though he was instructed to arrive by 7:45, the election worker was supposed to keep the box unlocked and not collect the ballots until 8 p.m. Now, you can see in that cell phone video, he called his supervisor who instructed him to unseal the bag, and he collected the 5 ballots.
We got it resolved, but it was, a little disheartening. It wasn't good, put it that way. With this election, as important as it is, that wasn't good.
It wasn't a good look. And we absolutely, take full responsibility for that lapse in judgment that allowed our protocol to be followed the way it should. But I can say that the measures that we have in place do absolutely ensure the integrity of the election. Those ballots will absolutely be processed.
And you can imagine with a tight Ward 7 race, this is assurance for him that those votes will be counted, because every vote is going to count in this tight race. Now, we're told the worker did seal the bag at a second location. We also have to let folks know that these election workers are guarded by D.C. police until they get those ballots here to the warehouse to be officially counted. So at no time are they unsecured, and that was a question that this gentleman had. And so certainly that is reassurance that there was a little miscommunication. However, the Board of Elections says it was an anomaly and that all the ballots will indeed be counted. So coming up at 5:30, a little more on the counting process, the 6,000 ballots that they will be counting today through those drop boxes, and additional ballots through mail-ins. And I'll have much more on that and just how long we'll have to wait until we really get a clear winner in the Ward 7 race. I'll see you back here in an hour.
Yeah, that's the big question that we're all waiting for. When will we have an answer in that Ward 7 race? You just touched on it there. We'll check back in with you at 5 to get some more specifics on that. Thanks, Dee.